There's some new reports explaining Triple H's reasoning for changing the titles, so we'll see what that's about. We'll also check out what's going on with Natalya, Roman Reigns, and more. Let's start things off with Triple H and the update there. Triple H is approaching his 1-year anniversary of taking over WWE Creative, and he has done quite a lot in that full year. He's brought back many big-name superstars, he brought War Games to Survivor Series, he had his own WWE draft, and most recently, he quietly upgraded a lot of the titles and introduced new ones. Right around the time of the WWE draft, Triple H had said that this year's draft would completely change the game. And just a few weeks after he made that announcement, he made another reveal and introduced the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Championship. There was some confusion early on about the World Heavyweight title and if it would continue the lineage of the original World Heavyweight title, but that didn't turn out to be the case. It's a brand new world title with no previous history. The story behind that title, both on-screen and off-screen, was of course related to Roman Reigns. Initially, it seemed like WWE was putting both world titles on Roman Reigns, and having him appear regularly on both Raw and Smackdown was the best plan for everyone to benefit from. But as Roman's schedule continued to get more and more limited, it was clear that putting both world titles on him was a mistake, because now both Raw and SmackDown were without a full-time champion, and it left a void in the shows. It was reported for months that they were allegedly trying to think of a good way to split up Roman's titles without him taking a loss, but nothing ever came from those reports. There was even rumors that one of the ideas was for Triple H to strip Roman Reigns of the WWE title on screen and put it back on Raw, but that didn't happen either. Instead, they want the plan to introduce a brand new world title that's exclusive to Raw and allow Roman Reigns to keep his titles. That led us to Triple H revealing Roman's new undisputed WWE Universal title. It's pretty much the same title design Roman had before, but just with a gold center plate. And at the time of this recording, there's a report going around that there's apparently a serious conversation going on about if WWE will continue to allow Paul Heyman to carry the original WWE Championship and Universal title on his shoulders, while Roman Reigns walks around with the new titles. Apparently, it's something that was being considered and talked about, but no one knows if they will go through with this plan. It may be confusing and misleading to casual viewers because they'll assume that Roman Reigns has 3 titles now, so that may be why it won't work. Similar to what we saw in 2014, it looks like Roman's 2 titles have been combined into one single title. With the titles being combined, there's also some confusion going on with what title lineage is continuing and what one is retiring. While reports claim that the original Universal title was softly retired there with Triple H's reveal of the new undisputed WWE title. But due to Roman's historic title reign being directly connected to the Universal title, the Universal title will continue to be acknowledged until Roman drops the title. Once Roman drops the title, the championship will continue the lineage of the original WWE Championship, while the lineage of the Universal title is most likely to be retired. And Triple H wasn't done there either. As expected and rumored to happen for a long time now, WWE has done away with branded titles for the women's division. No more blue and red women's titles. Their titles now both have the same looks and names as the men's world titles. The report from Sports Illustrated claimed that Triple H's main reason for changing all these new titles was to freshen them up and give them an upgraded look. And a majority of fans seem to really be enjoying the new looks for all the WWE titles. And apparently there's a chance that more new titles could be on the way, with both the men's and women's tag team titles. With WWE going away from the branded titles for the women's world titles and combining undisputed titles, many fans are expecting for WWE to do the same thing for the men's tag team titles. The men's tag team champions have been carrying around both sets of branded tag team titles for a long time now. So there's a big rumor going around there that the new titles could be coming for the men's tag team titles that will get rid of the Raw and Smackdown branded titles and will only consist of one set of titles for the champions to hold instead of two sets. So a new fresh pair of tag team titles would be a really nice look. The report claims that there's even rumors for the women's tag team titles to get an upgraded look. The women's tag team titles were only introduced in 2019, so they're still pretty new, but apparently they could be getting a new look as well. In other Triple H related news, there was a report out there questioning if this year's Survivor Series will be War Games themed again, or if it will be returning to the brand supremacy theme. Well, reports claim that WWE and Triple H don't even know that answer quite yet. They claim that Triple H allegedly plans out 2 months ahead with his creative process. So it's way too early for him to know what they're doing for Survivor Series, and he'll probably have that answer around September. But that's the latest update on everything Triple H related for the time being. WWE has recently began testing and hinting at a possible big change for Natalya and her presentation. Natalya is a longtime veteran inside the WWE locker room. She's been part of the main roster ever since April 2008. Natalya has won the world title before and has had lots of great career-defining moments. But it looks like she can definitely have even more great moments ahead of her. Natalya recently challenged Rhea Ripley for the Women's Championship at Night of Champions. And some fans question the match because it wasn't the most thrilling matchup of all time. But the match itself was a bit surprising because Rhea Ripley absolutely squashed Natalya in only a couple of seconds. So even though fans weren't really excited for the matchup beforehand and knew Rhea's title reign wasn't really at risk at all, they were really surprised to see Natalya go down in that fashion. Well, it appears that the squash wasn't just for no reason. It looks like WWE will be using that embarrassing loss to push Natalya's character into a whole new place that she's never been before. Natalya took part in a backstage interview on Raw where she spoke about how things have been different since Night of Champions and how being herself never got her anywhere. Natalya followed that Raw interview up on Twitter by tweeting out this message, quote, "I haven't been the same since Night of Champions. I've beat myself up worse than anyone else could have ever beat me. I wish I knew how to turn it all around." End quote. That appears to be Natalya's new direction. She's tired of getting mistreated, getting embarrassed, and feels like it's only happening because she's too nice and being herself. So considering that Natalya is currently a babyface and she's talking about being nice has been getting her nowhere, we're to easily assume that this change Natalya will go through here in the coming weeks will most definitely be a heel turn. We've seen Natalya as a heel plenty of times throughout her career, even as most recently as last year. But it looks like this upcoming heel turn will be completely different even from her previous heel eras. So keep an eye on Natalya because she could be up to something quite big there. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.